Welcome back to our Traveling Tuesday. We're here at the beautiful Apollo in Benguela Cove.
I feel like I've landed in heaven. We couldn't resist putting our feet over again like we did in Castle Rock.
I mean, an angle doesn't get better than this. We've got water on views. It's an architect's heaven.
It really is. Haydn Ellis did good. I mean, he loved linear locations. He creates linear structures, and here we are sitting in one of his really, I think, probably top locations.
Absolutely. Over 114 shoots have been filmed here already. The magic that they've captured, the angles that they've created. The homeowner was telling us how her daughter that lives overseas spotted the iconic photograph of those two dangling chairs with the mountain in the background. Yes. And it was advertised for Portugal or something like that.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Portugal.
And I mean, imagine getting that photograph from your daughter to say, hey, here's our house.
I know what's crazy is that there's a bit of mountain view along here. The mountain doesn't matter. We very often we don't want to see Table Mountain. We don't really, and we often say to homeowners, we don't
sign up the houses for the view, right?
View. However, this view, even though there is a bit of mountain, the photographers have said is very generic to the homeowners.
And photographers also have given this house the name of a photographer's playground. And you absolutely cannot get a bad angle in this house. To film and photograph against the light, towards the light, that staircase. Oh my goodness, I'm obsessed with that staircase.
It's beautiful. It was built by a boat builder.
Wow.
So the actual wooden frames give it that curve. And what is quite difficult is to actually do the balustrade because of that metal. The bottom is square.
Yeah.
And they curved it.
No, and that flow. So there is a lot of circular curved geometry playing over here. You've got that mix of the sharp lines and the way that the homeowner worked so closely with the architect.
Absolutely.
And she brought in her own flair of doing all the interior design work.
Yes, and I think it's like a gallery. It's like it's her own gallery for the art pieces that she creates.
Yes.
Isn't that exquisite?
Yeah, she's an artist.
She's an artist. And they're fun. Her pieces are super fun. Like there's one like upside down piglet and with its wings, and it's called
Yes, it can't fly. Yeah,
pigs can't fly. And you sort of like tickle its tummy.
It really does feel like a gallery inside, but one of those beautiful galleries that it evokes emotion. It makes you very curious to go around the corner, and you want to peek around the curve, or these walls are divided, but they've got these cutouts in it. Even outside, looking down, you can see the water from every angle.
And I think that was the homeowner really loving reflections. Love to see the Botrafia Lagoon below, and to seeing the swimming pool, the way that it reflects. And it's almost endless. They say it's a photographer's playground. It has a 80s yet modern feel about it. So
Absolutely.
There is a retroness in it. So when I think about that, I think about Helmut Newton shooting Kate Moss wearing like a Stella McCartney.
You hit the nail on the head. Absolutely. But it's got this layered white. So inside is very fresh and clean and pristine. I mean, you will not find a hair out of place over here.
Not even in a studio. You actually create things. It's just totally neat. But you can imagine when she brings out her pieces, there's a bit of like maybe chaos, but for like a second, and then all
she's got
cleared
impeccable
away.
taste. I mean, even the fireplaces when they're not in use, cleaned it out. She's got little sculptures inside.
And the other the trap with his literary underpants.
Yes. And the way that this white on white is framed, you've got your moving natural pictures around you, which is the scenery. And then she's also played with color, which I really love. She's got these little pops, and they're quirky and fun, yet they still fall into that bracket of pristine and clean and like an art gallery.
There's a funness and a coolness in this home that you don't get everywhere. And you know what? It's not as white as you think.
Yeah.
There's a natural stone look, and there's a glimmer. We're sitting here. There's like a shine to perhaps the cement they used, which in a sense also glimmers and glitters.
Absolutely.
Is same as kind of the way the water is
Sparkling.
playing and sparkling.
I mean, we're in winter, and you would not guess that in here. This house is also built to block off that strong wind that can really blow through here.
The homeowners have got a certain flair that it's not an average home.
One of their quirky little traits that I really love are those baubles. When you walk through the front door, if you turn to your right, you've got that framed square picture. And then Over here on the pool, you've also got one of these like square platforms, and they both have these baubles.
The baubles actually create a softening aspect. Certainly the homeowners felt that because there's so many lines here that to create the curve just gives it the femininity.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And the homeowners mimic that inside. So even the little cushions that you sit on, or that beautiful iconic glass ball of a floating seat. Julia mentioned in her episode when she designed her house, she purposely created multiple arches that mimic one another, because once you've got repetition, it's peace of mind. And this house has that, hey? From the baubles to the cushions you sit on, all the little details she's chosen, it brings in that peace of mind and of course your view.
So can you believe we're standing in the extension of Apollo? This is what they call the pool.
Yeah, the sunken lounge.
I love the sunken lounge. I mean, you don't see the people build that anymore. There's this beautiful light, and this house is, I mean, it doesn't hide away from the sun. It's kind of like the name, Apollo. It's strong and sexy.
When the homeowners built this house, the husband wanted a really big pool. And the wife calls it the stupid big pool because it is absolutely huge, but it is a main feature, and they just loved water and light and what it resembled. And this room almost makes you feel like you're under a pool somehow, you know? And the intention that the homeowner does so well. So these are all clear chairs, and the two head table chairs is green. And I could only see when I walked up why it was like that, because this window behind us frames the amazing gardens. It plays off one another, so it acts as that layering, almost boundary, so that your eye really flows into the garden. I love the garden. I think it's a space that should be used more, and it's also a really great feature is it's perfect in winter. That garden doesn't die down, it doesn't lose its flair. It's perfect all year round, and it's because it's of the indigenous plants. It's green, and you also don't see any of the ground. It's all covered in this beautiful ground cover.